This is where I need you to be awake and alive here. Okay? Who's better than that? Jared. I'm just going to write out my two equations here. I'm going to write T equals 5. And I'm going to write T11 equals 89. Jared, can you rewrite out T equals 5 in another form, please? Yeah. So what's... Okay, so we're going to sub these both into Tn equals A plus N minus 1D, and we're hopefully going to both have two unknowns. Go ahead.
5
Yeah.
8 minus 1.
So 5 equals A plus 7D. Okay, this is where I need you guys, so we're okay with what happened there? I'd like someone not sitting in the front row to raise their hand and try and do the same thing with the right-hand side. Go ahead. Yeah. That'll tell you, that'll give you your D. That won't give you your A though, because you still have to work. Yeah, and then you do that, but then you have to work all the way back to T1 to get your A. So yes, that will work, but it's a little more cumbersome than doing it this way. But yeah, that'll work for sure. You were going to volunteer? Oh. Because the question was, if you didn't hear, they said, can you use this as T1 and this as T3 or T4? And you can, that'll solve your D. But then you still have to find your A to work all the way back, right? So, like that. Can someone brave, other than the front row, do the same thing with the right hand? T11 equals 89. Amy, go. Which is 89 equals A plus 10D. Okay, I look at this question and I am not happy. I have two equations, two unknowns. It's time to give up, I think. Devin. You certainly can. Now, this is the thing I have to be very careful about, because people, I don't know why people do this. They're teenagers. I'm sorry, I apologize to all teenagers on the internet listening to this. Okay, will you choose A or D to isolate? There will be someone in this class, let's call them Nate, that is going to want to choose D. Okay, A is by itself. Now, this is the other thing that people will do. On the left-hand side, we're going to isolate A. What is A going to equal? Please be very careful. Sorry? What is A going to equal? 5 minus 7D, okay? You guys do it tricky. I think there's only one way to do it. Are we okay with what happened right there? Okay? We're okay with what happened there? Okay, can I get another volunteer to let me know what I do with that A now? Maddie, go ahead. Okay, yeah, so I can't hear, guys. Sorry for those who are. But did you put that in another equation? Yes, you do. So you're going to sub 5 minus 7D equals A into 2, or whatever you want to call it, right? If we're going to call this 1, we'll call this 2. So we're going to say 89 equals okay, you did lots of this in grade 10. Even in this course, we did this a few times, right, so far? So it should be okay. Okay, somebody else is brave. What else do we do? Open up to anybody here. Go ahead. Yeah, and I'll even do two. I'll even save a step. I'll send that over too, just to save time. Okay. We're good? Yes? All right, Jenna, last step. Yeah, and that I think is 28, I think. Lovely, D is 28. Now, as mentioned before, for Adam and Devin and whoever else is wondering, you could have done that the other way too and got D equals 28. The advantage this way, I can get A almost instantly now, right? How do I get my A very quickly? Yeah, so just sub this into 1. And you can get with no work. So you get A equals 5 minus 7 times 28. which is 20 and a half. 350. How much? Sure?
Yeah.
Okay, I trust you. Okay, we're feeling great. I'm feeling tremendous right now in our seats. Like, I'm looking at this question, and I'm so happy, I cannot even tell you. I know that my D is 28 and my A is negative 191. How the heaven do I solve this question? To what? Yeah, T40, right? We're looking for T40. When it says T40, what information does that give us? The n equals 40, right? So n equals 40. I just want to write that in there, right? Because people will say T40, they won't know what to find. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go, this is a big question. Please note you will see this on your quiz. You're going to hurt me?
Joe.
That's a stutter, I can't be trusted. What's Mr. Kuntz is going to listen to this, and I won't be able to job now after this thing. Okay, so we'll just start subbing the numbers here now. It's going to equal then, A was negative 191 plus 39 times 28, and T40 equals, I can't do that in my head. Let me save me there. 901. Now, does that number make sense? Okay, people are saying sure. Okay, the way to sort of check, looking at it, you start with a small number, you're getting bigger, so the number's got to be a lot bigger, right? Getting close. Therefore, the 40th term is 901. Now, are there other ways to get this? I'm sure there are, right? I'm sure there are. You guys are very clever individuals. You can find a bunch of other ways to get this. I think that's the easiest, using substitution myself. Okay, right, but there are other ways to get that, I'm sure. Okay. Homework, here we go, page 242. Oh, 242? 424. That's it. I think I might put one more little small example. Oops. Yeah. Oh, n minus 1. So n was 40. So 40 minus 1 is 30. I'm going to put one more thing on here just to make sure for clarification. This is very, very, because I'm not sure if the question, I made up these lessons actually before Christmas, so I just want to make sure they don't ask this. I'm going to do one final example here. I jump ahead here. We're all physically written on the left-hand board. Oh. 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 3, 2. Oh, goodness. Now my mind's starting to... What? Oh, I should have given the homework in sequences. Ah, that would have been awesome. Okay, example 13. Okay, in case the question asks you to find the general term, I just couldn't remember where we were at, so I just wrote 13. Okay, example 6. Here we go. I'm sorting this in the wrong order here, but it says find the general term. Remember we said yesterday, what was a general term? Do you guys remember what a general term was meant to be yesterday? Does anyone recall from yesterday? Yesterday is a blur. What a general term was supposed to be was an equation you could use to find any term in the sequence, right? So this is just going to be an equation we're going to want to do. We're going to start with the same thing. The only difference is what do we know on the left-hand side here? A is, D is 3, good. A is 5. The only difference, and this is the key point, so if you are fading out, please, I'll give you guys 10 seconds to write that down, because this is the key to this question. Fade back in. all you're going to write here is n equals n. So we're just going to write the equation as Tn equals 5 plus n minus 1 times 3. Yeah. And then when you sub it in, it's going to be 5 plus 3n minus 3. So Tn equals 3n plus 2. That's what your equation is going to be. Okay. That would be the general term. Okay. So if the equation ever asks that, all that the general term means is just sub n equals n. Yeah. No. You'd only have to do that for recursive. Like those base case things are only on the recursive, because this we don't care about the first term. If you were to give me this, I can find anything I want instantly, right? Like when I said, find T 3,429, just sub 3,429 into there, and that's it. Okay? And that's all I got for this week. To those from Port Elgin, I know it was rough. I'm jealous, okay? But no, I'm not jealous. I gotta tell you guys a joke here once the video is off.